Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Akim doing his work in sincerity and truth. And I want to just do a quick little topic. The brother put up a video on our chat. You know, the brother in the camp, and Spirit jumped on me to go ahead and do some research and dig into it and do a lesson about it. Okay. It's concerning Venezuela. You know, the situation in Venezuela with the riots and the food shortages. You know, and the supposedly of you know eating each other. You know, but this turmoil, okay, is by what the media says is a economic downturn, okay, from the country. Now, there was a statement that was made about 9 or 10 years ago, okay, concerning Venezuela, okay, and it was made by this guy right here, okay. This is Aaron Russo, okay. Brother should know who he is, all right. He's basically was an insider, and he was the director of the movie Trading Places, starring Eddie Murphy back in 1982. But he befriended one of the Rockefellers, and one of the Rockefellers disclosed information to him about their future plans. Okay, and this particular video that I have here is about 10 minutes long. But when you go into the third minute of this video, it gets to the point of that I'm trying to make. All right. One of their plans was this video was made. This was made prior to 9/11. Okay. So back at this time, he was saying that their future plans, though. He mentioned 9/11. Okay. He mentioned that they were going to get Chavez out of there and they were going to go into Venezuela. Okay. That was one of their plans. Okay. So now they want to get this man out. Okay. Hugo Chavez. Okay. Now, this man, he's the president of Venezuela. Okay. He was the president of Venezuela. Okay. And this is the man that they wanted to oust out. And they already had plans years prior. Okay. And the reason for this, okay, was, let me get to it real quick. Okay. This is the reason why they wanted to get him out. Okay. All right. This is Venezuela quits IMF and World Bank. Okay. Now let's get into the story real quick. Okay. The Venezuelan president Hugo Chavez today severed ties with the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. In doing so, he distanced Caracas, which is actually the capital of Venezuela. All right. He distanced Caracas further from what he described as Washington-dominated institutions. Okay. The populist leader who took office pledging to pursue radical political reform in an economic third way, said yesterday that Venezuela no longer needed institutions dominated by U.S. imperialism. And he tried to get rid of the IMF and World Bank, and he was successful at doing it. Okay? Let me just read on a little bit now. I want to get to the point. Okay? All right? Venezuela has been loosening its ties to the IMF and World Bank since Chavez took office in 1999. Now, mind you, this article was back in 2007, okay? But now, since he's been in office, though, he's been trying to get rid of the IMF and World Bank, okay? Because he knew they were corrupt, and all they do is keep you in debt, as they do with other countries, okay? Now, Venezuela recently repaid its debt to the World Bank 5 years ahead of schedule. In doing so, he saved $8 million US and cleared all its debt to the IMF shortly after Chavez elected. Now, when you get into it though, okay, all right, the main reason why they did this, okay, and the reason why he was able to pay that debt off, okay, in that short period of time, all right, and saved himself $8 million is the reason of this, okay, all right. List of countries with proven oil reserves, okay, all right. You see who number one is? Venezuela. Venezuela is has the largest oil reserves in the world. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to get a scripture right here real quick. Okay, this is this is Deuteronomy 33 and 24. And of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children. Let him be acceptable to his brethren. Let him dip his foot in oil. So that's the prophecy of Asher. Okay? All right? Let me read down to 25. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass, and thy days shall thy strength be. Okay? So now, when you get into their exports, okay? When you get into Venezuela's, the top 10 exports, okay? Besides oil, okay? They produce gems, precious metals, iron, steel, ores, aluminum, okay? These top exports, part of the top 10 exports of Venezuela, okay? So now, what they're basically saying now is that the economic downturn, this is where the spin comes in from the propaganda, from this media, okay? So they're saying the reason why they have this economic downturn is because of the low prices in gases. Well, if that's so, well, what about the other countries here that their main resources? Okay, let's look at number 2. Let's look at Saudi Arabia, okay, which is number 2 on the list. For instance, though, okay, they are just mainly solely exporting oil. Okay, they don't have really any other types of exports that they have. Where is the chaos going on in that country? Okay, all right. Where's the chaos going on in that country? You see, all right. And the main thing was them getting this guy out of there. You know, okay. You know that was set up how they got him out of there. You know, but the point is that once they got him out of there, they sent their jackals in there, and they got this buffoon that's basically in the pockets of the elites, just a puppet, and he's just being paid off to look stupid. Okay, all right. You, like I said, you know, when you dealing on this side of the world, okay, when you dealing in this world, oil, okay, is infinite wealth. Okay. You being an oil producing country, you have infinite wealth. Okay? So now he had Hugo Chavez, he had his government was set up as a socialist government, okay? Which is not quite like how Cuba was. Cuba is like more to the left as far as being a communist though. But socialist is kind of close. So socialist basically means that, you know, he leveled the playing field to where, you know, there was really no rich and no poor. Everybody was on the same level though, and basically the country ran the oil business, okay, and he spread out the wealth, okay. He spread the wealth, okay. All right. Now, brothers might be aware of all right, this company here, okay. All right, Citgo, okay. Citgo is a subsidiary, okay? It is actually owned by the Venezuelan government, okay? All right, let's get into it though. Citgo Petroleum Corporation is an American refiner and transporter and marketer of transportation fuels, lubricants, petrochemicals, and other industrial products. The company is owned by PDV America Inc., an indirect wholly owned subsidiary of Petróleos de Venezuela, okay? National Oil Company of Venezuela, okay? So now, brothers might be familiar with this they see this gas station, though. They're owned by the Venezuela government, okay? Which they operate inside the United States, okay? All right? The United States needs Venezuela, okay? Whether they were friend or foe, they needed Venezuela for their oil, okay? Now, Citgo, real quick, Citgo owns 3 major gas lines in the United States, pipelines in the United States. Okay, one's in Lake Charles, Louisiana. The other one's outside of Chicago, and they have another one in Corpus Christi, Texas. Okay, they own these pipelines there. Okay, and the United States does depend on Venezuela for their oil. So now, what they did was they demonized this man Chavez. Okay, they demonized him. Okay, but one of the good deeds that he did was, okay, I got this article from the Venezuelan Atlas.com, is that U.S. poor to benefit from the 6th year of subsidized Venezuela heating oil. Okay, so what happened was Venezuela actually, through Hugo Chavez, when he was alive, he gave subsidies to poor families in the United States for heating their homes, heating oil. Okay, and this was one of the deeds that he did, though. But they still tried to demonize this guy. You know what I'm saying? And look at him as a joke. And they basically tried to upset the prophecy that was given unto them. Okay, this is Genesis 49 and 20. All right, out of Asher, his bread shall be fat, and he shall yield royal dainties. Right, rich, which the precept for that is rich. Okay, and they were in abundance, though. Venezuela was never a place that was in poverty. You understand what I'm saying, though? Venezuela was never in a place to be in poverty, and neither are they now. Okay, but what happened was when got Chavez out of there, okay, the United States got their foot back up in there, okay, and they disrupted the economy. Okay, now you cannot have an oil-rich producing state and there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that picture. Okay, all right. Let me get a precept real quick. This is Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hands. Okay, so basically that work is that plan. Okay, they planned this plan years prior. Okay, they were confident that it was going to go the way that they wanted to go. Okay, all right, and their main reason was because he wanted out of the World Bank and IMF. Okay, all right, he was successful at getting them out of there. Okay, so how could you be a country to where you got they're saying you have low gas prices, but yet and still back in 1999 when he pledged that, the gas prices were even lower than they are now. Okay, so they try to paint this narrative that because the gas prices are so low, they can't sustain as a country. Okay, oil is an infinite wealth. Okay, all right. Did not the Lord bless Abraham, Ishmael? Didn't he bless Ishmael? Okay, when you go into Dubai and into Saudi Arabia. Okay, this is Genesis 17:18. All right, and Abraham said unto the Most High, "Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee." And the Most High said, "Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him. And with him is an everlasting covenant, and his seed after him." All right. Now he's concerning Ishmael now. Now, as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Okay, Abraham, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he begat, and I will make him a great nation. Okay, and one of those ways that he made him a great nation was of giving him that blessing as having an abundance of oil. Okay, like I said, oil is an infinite wealth in this world. Okay, it's an infinite wealth. Okay, so what more would the Lord saying with Asher? Okay, with their royal deities. Okay, so now, basically, hey, like I said, let me pull the scripture real quick. Hey, look. All right. Um, this is Sirach 12 verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest he have overthrown thee. He stand up in thy place. Okay? He stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Okay? So that's basically what it is, though, man. You set these Edomites next to you, okay? They're not doing anything but the plot, okay? All right? And try to figure out how they can imagine to throw you in the pit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, verse 16. The enemy speaks sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but when he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Okay, so there's the reason why there's economic chaos in that country. Okay, for an oil-rich country to be so rich in oil. Now you gotta understand something about Venezuela, though. They're so rich in oil, they have oil rigs in the ocean. Okay, all right. They have oil rigs in the ocean, not just on land, in the ocean. Okay, and this is a very oil-rich country that they wanted to get their hands on to grab their resources. You understand? But hey, listen, the reason why that's going on right now is because of the judgment of the Lord. You see? It's because of the judgment of the Lord. Okay? This is I'll get it real quick. This is Isaiah. Okay. (59:7). Okay. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. Right? The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth their way knoweth not peace. Right? So now, what's going on is that you can actually put this a twofold, though. You can actually apply the scriptures to the Edomites and what they're doing to them, but also is that what they're doing to themselves, because these people basically acting like animals there. You know what I'm saying? And the way that they've been living, they knew not the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They don't know the way of peace. You know what I'm saying? Right? Verse 9. Therefore is judgment far from us, neither do justice overtake us. We wait for light, but behold, obscurity. For brightness, but we walk in darkness. And that's what they're doing now. These people are walking around like zombies. They don't know what to do. They have no food sources. They're reportedly eating animals. They're reportedly eating each other. Okay? All right? Hey, through the spirit, hey, I ran into at work, I ran into a tourist, and him and his wife, they were from Venezuela. Now, you can say that a large majority of the people are going through what they're going through, though, but not all of them are feeling that pinch, though, because there's no way that just sitting here and being a tourist in New York City at this time of the year. You know what I'm saying? And then he got his wife dragging him to Macy's on top of that, okay? Which is a department store in New York City, But just to go to show, it depends on what kind of work that you're into, to where if you're feeling this pinch or not. But hey, this is basically the judgment of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We grope for the wall, like this is verse 10. We grope for the wall like the blind, and we grope as if we have no eyes. We stumble at noonday as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men. And that's the judgment of the Lord. You see? All right. The Lord is bringing this judgment upon them, man, because you don't know your power. You see, they don't know their power. Okay. They worshiping Caesar Borgia. You know what I'm saying? And they like to be taught lies, and they don't have no problem with that. But like I said though, you're going from having those royal deities now to where you're living like cannibals. You see? All right. Verse 11. We roar like bears and mourn we mourn sore like doves. We look for judgment, but there is none. For salvation, but it is far from us. Right. You roar like bears because you basically act like animals. You know what I'm saying? No? But you're sitting there and you're mourning sore like doves because you're moaning sadly for justice, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's not coming your way because you don't know your power. You see? So judgment is coming upon you. You see? All right? You're in a case right now of trading places, okay? Because you were a country that was living off the fat of the earth, okay? Because of what the Lord blessed you with as a tribe. You see? But now all of that's coming to an end. The Lord took those goodies away. You see? The Lord took all those goodies away. All right? Verse 12. For our transgressions are multiplied before thee, and our sins testify against us. For our transgressions are with us, and as our iniquity, we know them. Right? You recognizing it now, but you don't know the way. Right? In transgressing and lying against the Lord, and departing away from our power, speaking oppression and revolt, conceiving and uttering from the heart words of falsehood. Right? Because right now, the ways that you know is from falsehood. The ways you know are from falsehood, though. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice stand afar off. For truth is fallen in the streets, and equity cannot enter. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil make himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it pleased him to where which there was no judgment. So when you go into that 15th scripture, you can apply that to Hugo Chavez, though, man, because really this man right here, at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, he was wicked, Okay, he didn't know that he didn't know he wasn't in the truth or anything like that, though. But like I said, the Lord put the Spirit upon him to be for the people. You know what I'm saying? To basically fulfill that prophecy, as far as the people living in royal deities. Okay, all right, with that prophecy of having their foot dipped in oil. Okay, so now the people were being taken care of, and hey, listen, your adversaries, okay, America, Babylon, didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? They wanted what you had. And they basically did what they had to do to take it. Okay, so that's why you have the situation going on right now. Okay, with hyperinflation, and how do you have how are you an oil-rich country and then you're experiencing hyperinflation like that? You know what I'm saying? It's unheard of. It's unheard of without any type of hand that's going in there and guiding it their way to where you want it to be destroyed. You want it to be destroyed from the inside out. Okay, all of these rich resources that this place has. Okay. All these rich resources that this place has, and you're trying to tell me that they're going through this, and then what it is that you have these people that are just speaking wickedly concerning this place. All right. Let me get Psalms 73 and 7. Okay, this is concerning all right. Real quick, hold on. Number 1, okay, Venezuela. Okay, this is another site. Okay, now this is concerning the elites, right? This is Psalm 73 and 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than what their heart can wish. They have all what their heart can wish, though. Why? Because they have all Venezuela's resources now in their hands. You see? All right? They are corrupt. They speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Why? Right? Because now the narrative is like I said, you got these there's when you go into Huntington Post on the site, they have this little video where you have some Edomite American kids trying to say, oh, well, I didn't know they were going through this and that, and they're really kind of making jokes about the situation in Venezuela right now. You know what I'm saying? They speak wickedly concerning oppression, though, man. That's the way that they are. You see what I'm saying? You know? But let me close it out. Real quick. I know it's went a little bit long. I can bear with me though. You know, like I said, I hope this lesson was edifying. This is get it real quick. This is Ezekiel 22. Let's see, Ezekiel 22 and let's see. This is Ezekiel 22 and 29. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery, and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, you have oppressed the stranger wrongfully, because you basically are going after each other. You know what I'm saying? You're going after each other's heads for the lack of bread. You know? And I sought for a man among them that should make up the hedge and stand in the gap before me for the land, and should not destroy it. But I have found none. Therefore I have poured out my indignation upon them. I have consumed them with the fire of my wrath. Their own way have I recompensed upon their own heads. Thus saith the Lord. And that's going on right now with you wicked ass people in Venezuela. You know, okay? You know, the Lord is recompensing your ways upon your own head. You know, so this is what you have to bear now. All right, you know, lest you repent. You know. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Akim doing this work in sincerity and truth. Shalom.